Hi everybody, welcome to Claire's Backyard. I'm Claire, and today what we're going to be talking about is soil amendment. My beds are a couple of years old now, and I want to make sure that the soil has all the nutrition it needs for the plants. Let's get started. Okay, as you guys know, I have three grow beds. I tend to call them grow beds, raised beds. And I have them all covered with greenhouse film. This is the one we're going to be working on today. All I did was remove these little clips and fold it up. And that's what I like about this setup, is it's super easy to open and close, and it doesn't take up a lot of space when I take it down completely. This is the first time I'm looking at this bed. This is all char from our fireplace. I just throw it in here, and I'm happy to see that our garlic is growing. Yay. I didn't think it was going, but I also see some volunteers, and I'm not sure what they are. Those over there, I believe, are weeds. So what we're going to do is a couple of things. First, I'm going to dig a hole in the bed itself, and I'm going to bury this box. And that box is going to serve as a compost system for the worms that I'm going to be adding to this bed, and it'll really help the plants flourish. In addition to that, I want to give some more nutrition back to the dirt. So to do that, there's lots of different ways you can amend soil. I like Black Kow. I usually use 1 bag of bed and like a half a bag of peat, and I mix in some bone meal and some perlite. Perlite is a volcanic rock that it's used in popcorn ceilings. It adds a lot of air to the soil. So I'd like to start with some peat, and I use about a half a bag of peat moss. This is a little wet, so I'm just going to put it in my wagon here. I don't kill myself. All right. Next I'm going to add is some Black Kow. This is cow manure. I've never ever had a problem using this. It's excellent. I'm just going to cut it. See how rich that is? It's amazing. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. It really makes a difference. All right, so we've got peat. We have Black Kow manure. And now I want to add something that's going to give it some air. And that's where the perlite comes in. So let me grab that. Okay, so we have our perlite and we have some bone meal. I'm not a brand loyalist on any of this stuff. I just picked it up at the store. Perlite is actually volcanic rock, and it's very light, and it adds a lot of air to the soil and prevents it from getting too dense, which is really nice. You don't need tons. Mix this in. Okay, so that's the perlite. All right, last one is bone meal. Bone meal is really good for your plant's roots. This time of year, I'm usually starting out with carrots and stuff like that in the ground, and this is going to help. So just a little bit goes a long way, and I'm just going to give a sprinkle over the top. That's all you need. Good. And that is our soil amendment. And we just mix this all up really nicely. Take your time. And I wouldn't use this as a seed starter, because what will happen is the manure might burn your seedlings. It's a little bit too rich. So you're better off just using cocoa coir or peat with some perlite. That's all you need just for seed starter. good. Nicely done. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to take this top off completely. It'll be easier. And then I'm going to just clean up a little bit, maybe loosen up this soil, hurry my compost area, and get our dirt in there, get our new soil. And it's going to be almost done. Okay, some people call these worm tunnels. I've chosen the basket approach because I don't have this. Some people use a 5-gallon bucket, if you will, and they drill holes in it. I don't have, my beds don't need to be that deep, so I chose not to go in that direction. So I'm going to try and put it in the middle here. So now we have a spot for vermicompost. Okay, you see how nice and easy this top came off? What I really like about this setup is once you don't need this top, you just roll it up and it doesn't become this big wooden structure that you're trying to control. And it's not going to break. Okay, so you can see here this soil needs a little bit of work. I'm just going to give it a little love. And mix in that, I don't know what these are, I'm going to kill them. So now what will happen is this bed, because I amended and I blocked the air on the ends and so on, it's going to perform better. It's going to give me exactly what I want. This is the fun part. So, get rid of all the plastic tags from last year. Last year, I had to buy a few plants. I had just ran out of time. Get rid of that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. This year, I'm trying to grow a lot, but honestly, I'm a little worried about my seeds growing. My seeds aren't germinating the way I really thought they would in the greenhouse. This is my first year really using the greenhouse. Oh, we're going to have to see what happens. I hope I don't have to buy plants. It would be yucky. The whole idea of this summer and this harvest is twofold. First, I want to be able to be as sustainable as possible. I want to reuse the most material I can. So it's super easy to go on Amazon and find stuff. I know that. And it's easy to go to the store and buy wood. It's not necessarily needed. So I have a whole bunch of pallets out front, and where I got the wood chips, doing wood chips for the beds. As much as I can get for free, I'm all about it. So that's one thing. The other thing, in terms of sustainability, is really I want to see if I could grow enough food for 2 people for a full year. I don't know if it's possible. I've never done it before. Some people say they can. I have a small garden, so I really don't know. But we're going to find out. Okay. Everything's mixed up. That's good. I'm not going to touch my my pretty little, excuse me, my garlic. I'm just going to put this in right here. So we have a little over a quarter of an acre here. And a lot of it is woods. So that's why we have all these wood chips, is I want to start to be able to use that area and eventually, hopefully, have some type of food forest. Am I 100% sure that's going to work? No, I'm not. And the reason I'm not sure is because we have a lot of bear here. Now I'm putting some dirt down the ends because, let me get this out of the way. What I want to do is seal up the air there. We have happy with the way this turned out, though. Okay. Take a look. Here. Now, this here is my irrigation system that I have a love-hate relationship with. I really like it, but in the same respect, it's a pain. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work for less work, if that makes any sense. It's supposed to save you time and effort and blah, blah, blah. It does, but it takes a lot of time to set it up. And planning as well, because you've got to plan, you know, where everything's going to connect and how it's going to hit the water. I had it down to a timer, and it ran on solar pumps. We'll see if we get there. This is the last little bit. Just want to make sure that you see how I'm putting this up against here, and it will form a break for everything, which is really quite nice. All right. Plot one done. So you can see it's not that difficult to amend your soil, and it makes a big difference in your yield. I hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe. If you have any ideas or feedback, I'm open. I don't know everything, and I'm always here learning as well. Thanks, and have a great day.